Hey guys, it's Kay here from Butler Garage. Today we are doing a knowledge segment on how to look at a bike before you're purchasing it. So this is what I would do when you hire someone like us to go and view the bike and inspect the bike before purchasing the bike. The first thing overall that I look in a bike that has a chain drive is looking at the health and condition of the chain. So like with this bike in particular, we're looking if there's any rust on the chain or any abnormal wear on the chain and sprocket itself. The wear on the chain and sprocket should also match the mileage that the bike is at. If the bike has low mileage and you see a chain that is completely rusted and completely stretched out, it's something that you might want to consider in the fact that, hey, this bike's mileage might not be true to the bike's condition. So it could be in the case where, hey, this bike might have had the odometer ran back or dialed back. I like to buy bikes for my clients that are under 30,000 kilometers or around 24,000 kilometers. The reason being is that at 24,000 kilometers, that's the average interval where all the bikes need to have the valve clearance. So this part of the gasket, which is called the valve cover gasket, will be changed on a valve service, which is at 24,000 kilometers. So if you see a bike at, let's say, 30K or 20,000 kilometers, having this service done, you know that the owner has taken care of the bike really well. Or in the case where the gasket is like leaking or dry and cracked, you know that the owner has not done that service. That way you know how much you're gonna need to spend on the bike as well to service the bike and bring it back up to a operating condition. Another thing that I love to check on this bike as well when I purchase the bike is called the stopper. The stopper is clearly visible on the frame and on the suspension. The reason we look at the stopper is because the stopper will indicate if the bike has been in a heavy crash or damage. Although yes, we could repair it or fix it, most of the time the repair or fix would be visible as well from an experienced or trained eye. So for this bike in this case, we can see that the stopper is completely clean, the paint hasn't chipped, or there's no bends or cracks on the stopper, which means that the bike has not been in a front impact where the handlebar has completely bent or snapped back and crashed the stopper. Another main thing that we love to look at on the bike is checking the electrical issues. Right? Sometimes when you go to a dealership, they won't let you test ride the bike for whatever reason. At least what I like to do is start up the bike up to 30 to 40 minutes until the fan kicks in. This allows us to check if the electrical system or the ECU control unit is sending a signal to the bike to make sure that the fan turns on. This will indicate either the ECU has an issue or the fan has an issue. And then that way you can also test if the bike's overheating or not. And that way you can also check if there's any leaks or any damages from the engine and check the engine noise. Another thing that I love checking is the tire. I physically check for the tire condition and also the production year of the tire. A bike with a production year that is older than 3 years from the tire year is something that I do take into consideration to not purchase the bike or use it as a negotiating point on the bike. Another thing to really consider is the production year of the bike. If you have a 2024 bike with a 2020 tire, that is something that you might want to take into consideration as well if the owner had replaced the tire to a used tire or if it's not truly 2024. And then another thing that I really love checking is the forks, to see if the forks are leaking or not, because this will also indicate an expensive service bill. So overall, these are the key features that I am looking for in a bike. There are some other things that we do look at, like perishable products like the wear on the disc or the wear on the brake pads, but overall these are the kind of key indicators whether or not you should be purchasing this bike or not. So if you are interested in looking for a bike and you do not want to go through this process yourself, feel free to contact us at Butler Garage through our contact information down below. We'd be more than happy to provide a full-on bike sourcing service, which costs 5,500 baht to go out and look at the bike for you on your behalf, bring the bike back and do a 23-point inspection for you, and we take care of everything headache-free. So if you're looking for this service, feel free to contact us on the information down below. Goodbye.